on my back companion. So hard on everything. Yeah, they ripped out the storm sewer, so I put curb and gutter in, and had the storm sewer, and it's not rain. No place for it to go. Except ripping out all of the
They
storm
have paid their
gutter.
payments on their end, so he's foreclosed on their land.
Ridiculous.
So they have to tear it up.
You need to try it. Thank you. Are you sure?
I hereby call this meeting to order. Let's have the reading of the minutes from the special meeting. The KB Homeowners Association special meeting, June 25th, 2020. The special meeting was called to order at 6:10 p.m. by President Michael Pashkevich. Board members present were Michael, Jack Walker, Lucy Gonzalez, Martin Swisher, and John Volkman. Homeowners present were May Folsom, Tabitha Happel, Derek Thompson, Steve Hack, Chester Havings Sr., Chester Havings Jr., Christina McLean, Hugh Smith, and George and Tina Groom. The purpose of this special meeting is for the board of directors to go over the new election policy and procedures and approve them. Michael and the KB attorney have worked on these new procedures for several months. The nomination selection has been intentionally left blank because the deadline will automatically be June 30th, 2020 for this year's election. 15 days after the deadline, the association will mail out the ballots and proxies to all homeowners who have paid their annual assessments in full. The ballot will be one paper, color-coded with matching envelopes. The ballot, after being filled out, will be placed in a smaller color-coded envelope with the ballot stamp on the front. That envelope is to be then placed in a larger color-coded envelope marked the KB H.O.A. address on it. The envelopes are to be sealed and either mailed back to the KB H.O.A. or brought into the annual 2020 annual meeting. The proxy will also be color-coded with matching envelopes. After being filled out, it is to be placed in the envelope marked proxy and placed in the larger envelope with the KB H.O.A. address on it. The envelopes are to be sealed and either mailed back to the KB or brought into the annual meeting. The proxies are used to make a quorum for the annual meeting. That is an executive, which means that there needs to be at least 10% returned of all paid homeowners. We got to work on that. No. The proxies is also used for a paid homeowner to go to give their voting over to another. There is no voting on the proxy, only on the ballot. Proxies are valid for 11 months and will be destroyed after that time. A person is also allowed to revoke their proxy at any given time over the 11-month time frame. The president will appoint an election committee to oversee the counting of the ballots and proxies. The committee will open the proxies first to make a quorum, 10% of the paid lots. At the end of the annual meeting, the committee will then open the ballots and count them. After all the totals have been tallied, the ballots will be placed in a large yellow envelope that will be sealed and signed by the committee and the president. The ballots will be kept for 1 year, then destroyed by fire. You should see me yesterday with reversing letters. No one will be allowed to attend the annual meeting and or vote unless their assessments are paid in full. No HOA members shall be allowed to nominate, run, or sign unless paid in full as well. These rules are in the bylaws of the KB Homeowners Association. and the KB will also not be allowed to vote on any lot that it owns. Members are entitled to as many votes as positions that are open. This year, there are 2 open positions that will be voted on. So if there are more than 2 people running, you mark only 2 names on the ballot. However, if you are owner of 5 lots, you would put a 5 after the person you are voting for. The winner will be the persons with the highest number of votes. The nomination form has been clarified where the undersigned owners nominate. The form needs 10 signatures of 10 separate homeowners who have paid their assessments in full as well. The form needs to be signed and filled out legibly. If a person signs who has not paid in full, the form will be thrown out. Luby made a motion to pass the election rules and Jack second. All board members voted in favor of adopting the new policies and procedures. The meeting was adjourned at 6:45. Minutes written by Tina Groom, Secretary. You've heard the reading of the minutes. Are there any corrections or additions? That turned out really good. Okay. Good. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes? Do I have a second? Second. All in favor, say aye, please. Aye. Aye. Bills to be paid July 14, 2020, Conley Waste, well, I'm so used to the other one. Conley Waste, July Trash, $25. Win Nelson Supply Plumbing Parts, $157.74. Assurance Partners Insurance Policy, I'm not reading that, $1,492.25. Consolidated Communications for July Phone and Internet, $168.41. Jalby Pump Service North Wellhouse, $9,744.35. SWR received July Electric, $1,672. Even Cooley and Sons, Fighting 3 Grading and Base, $22,950. Jones Oil for July Propane, $125. What is that? No, this.
Oh, UNCC, that's the one
Okay, thank you. UNCC June invoice for line locate, $7.45. Southern Color Water, June water testing, $280. Lava Rockies Legal and Professional Services, $1,359.40. Lupe Gonzalez July Maintenance, $1,200. Tina Groom July Wages, $1,200. For a total of $40,381.60. For the reading of the bills, do you have a motion to pay the bills? Do we have a second? Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. We don't really have any old business, and because we have not met in several months, you're going to love this. It's saved under Michael's July minutes, something or another. New business, what we've been doing the last few months. 7 pages. In March, we had a major leak in Block LL that was flooding the whole lot, so I hired a guy from Swatch named Kenny Lovato to come and fix it. The day he agreed that he would work for us to fix that leak, the San Luis Valley Rural Electric drilled a hole through our water lines on Block R, Lot 6. So I texted Kenny and he came out right away and fixed that leak. Then came back a couple days later as planned and fixed that leak on Block LL. We were very pleased with his work and had a couple of taps that needed work. as well as a couple leaks, so we kept him working for us to fix these. We also had several water hydrants in the Greenbelt area that did not work and or were leaking, and he replaced those as well. That was 10 hydrants that we fixed in this Greenbelt area this spring.
Were the hydrants replaced, or?
Oh yeah, there was nothing left of them.
Well, where's the Greenbelt area?
You're sitting in it.
Oh, right here. Okay. Got it.
Almost 30 days later to the day, San Luis Valley Rural Electric drilled through our water line on the south end of Block M, and Kenny came back after hours and fixed that leak as well. Sometime around here, we had a major leak near the end of Ford, close to Ford Circle, that started leaking at about 4:30 p.m. and Kenny came back out and fixed that. We even had the KV secretary working on that one until way after dark, trying to get the water turned back on. All of this needs to be in your minutes for next month. All of these, that's why I saved them in the computer.
Okay.
That's why I saved them in the computer, and that's why
Copy and paste.
you get your copy. All of these water breaks have caused us to have boil orders, one after another, on our water system. We have gotten bottled water donated to us to pass out to our people from the Moffett Dollar General, Swatch, KV Hart, and Alamosa Walmart. Swatch County Public Health has been a great help to us at this time in getting donations to us. We are also lucky to have a Walmart manager living here, and I just called her, and she got us other pallets of bottled water donated. A huge thank you to George and Tina for making the trip to get these pallets of water in their truck. Thank you very much. We have created a list in the office of our older people that we do home deliveries of water to, and all are very happy to receive this. I hope we will be able to keep enjoying bottled water donations for our people to enjoy, if that makes sense. With both new water storage tanks in the North Well House, the water pressure should be better, but we have had several problems this spring. Besides both water storage tanks, we have replaced the whole breaker box and breakers, plus the starter capacitors and its box, as well as both pressure relief valves. We have also installed new backflow valves on each pipeline, as well as all new pipe into the well on both pumps. We replaced the wet end, don't ask me what that means, on one pump, and the motor, I know what that means, on the other. All these have increased our water from about 70 gallons a minute to over 150 gallons a minute. Sadly, all good things come at a price. To this date, this summer, we have spent $80,000 on the North Well House. However, there isn't much left there that hasn't been replaced, so we should be good for many years.
Nice to have a little humor there.
When you're spending $80,000, you gotta cry, and then.
Well, how can you laugh?
It was a good investment.
Is anybody complaining about their water pressure?
I will have to admit, the water pressure and flow has been better.
Yes.
Somebody even told me they had to put those thingamajiggers in their water systems to slow. Was it you actually?
On my new system.
So that it would slow the pressure down. And I went, that's what I did. I didn't realize it was you. I said, that's what I've been working towards.
Pressure reduction.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I have a question though. Don't worry, this ain't gonna be derogatory or anything like that. I'm just asking, with the increased flow and pressure, have we had any other further problems with leaks and pipes blowing apart because of the age of our system?
Yeah.
We have 2 weeps.
2 weeks?
Weeps.
Oh,
Leaks, small leaks.
Small leaks is a weep.
I thought he said weeks, not
Weep.
leak.
Weep. W-E-A-P. I think small leaks that it don't even run anywhere. It just kind of weeps out of there. We have 2 weeps. Is that it? Yeah.
Well, you still got one valve, you got one hydrant you guys got to fix. That's right above my house, that jack Martin and Loopy, I know Loopy wasn't in on that flooded the whole area over there. Right above my house, right above where Keith had that first lot.
Keith
You guys
Bellmer.
went in there and shut the valve off. But
There's-
I didn't go there.
Right across
Yeah,
from
you
John's Boltman's house, there's that little Fort Apache looking thing.
Yeah,
and it's
we're
right
there's,
next door to it.
That the water,
Oh,
whatever,
to the
broke
west,
loose,
to
came
the
down
east of it.
and flooded
west
down the
of me.
bar ditch of bar.
No,
with
that
it.
dude with the board fence that's
Yeah.
south of John's.
Yeah,
CC.
it's right on those side's fence.
And then on the east side of his fence, that hydrant there,
Yeah.
he's using that
No, he can't.
This one on this side of the wooden fence,
on the east
down
side.
towards my parents' house.
There was another guy there, and he was using it, and Frank was using the other one.
That is a Frank. Okay.
And then that guy that had the lot were this side of Frank, he backed up and left the water on, and it froze. And then it thawed out. We got that thaw, and there was water going
We'll
everywhere.
have to look at it.
Jack can remember. Once he sees that hydrant, he'll know her.
All right. We have worked very hard getting election rules put together, which we hope will help with our elections. There may be some working on them that still needs to be fine tuned, but we can work on that at a later date. Something I've been wanting to do for many years is to get our roadways cleaned up, so I planned a roadway cleanup day. We had about 8 volunteers that picked up 2.5 pickup loads of trash off of 4 blocks of our streets. This is a wonderful thing, and I hope that it is something we can keep working on to get our neighborhoods looking like someone cares about them. Once again, we hired Cooley Construction from Moscow to do our yearly road grading. They pulled the ditches and graded all 13 miles of road that we needed in finding 3, as well as hauled 50 loads of road material for the total bill of $22,009 something.
$950.
We budgeted $25,000 for roads for this year, so we did pretty good there. The KV secretary, Tina, has gotten a good handle on the KV H.O.A. owned lots and who is paying on them and the ones that no one is buying from us. And I've made 2 lists of lots for sale. We have several lots that are scattered all over the subdivision, but I've made a list of these for sale for $3,500 each, and they have been selling very well. We also have several lots that are close to electricity, and they are on a separate list and are priced accordingly to their location to electricity. They are also selling very well. We've sold, 12 of those? We are working towards our annual meeting and election, and Tina has been very busy getting mailings ready to go out to all paid property owners. Out of 4, so that's 175. That's pretty impressive. Good job. We have had nomination forms turned in for 3 people. This is for the Board of Directors election for the annual meeting. 1 nomination form was turned in for Chester Hagen Sr., 2 for John Volkman, and 2 for Michael Poshakevich. Those will be our candidates, and the 2 with the highest number of votes will fill our 2 openings for a 3-year term each. Our pump man is working with the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment on designing plans for the West Whale, and we can expect that to be happening this fall. There will be a totally new system there, as well as a fire truck fill dump to help our fire department in the event of any fires in our area. Tina already has the prizes for the fishing contest, and we need to order fish to be delivered sometime before August 1st. That's all's on that
When
list.
fish are delivered, I'd like to watch.
With my frying pan.
I want to go fishing before you put the signs up.
I don't want to eat those. Oh, we gotta find those signs to shut the lake. Okay. Any questions about this? All right, the next new business. You have to actually write shit now. We now own K7. on the foreclosure that we did on K7, we now own that because of the problems that we had there with the previous owner, as well as certain wonderful people in the Saguache County government. He was in there an extra 2 weeks before he actually got moved out. And because he enjoyed his items there so well, Jacob actually did a full court eviction. Court ordered eviction, because he just kept going back and forth. And so he is completely out, and Tina has the electric bill now. And we're working, did you ever hear back from those people on the bid to clean that up?
Not yet.
And we're working on several people to try to get that cleaned
So
up.
who pulled all the lumber off the side of it?
Of the side of those shacks, he did, that happened before he left.
Really?
He hauled it all the way down by my house.
Broke every window, pulled everything, he filled a dish full of garbage and then filled with water. Broke off the pump on the way out so you couldn't, he's a fine upstanding individual.
Capped the hose, so it's still leaking.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, hang on.
I have a question. I noticed that members of the board went down and cleaned up properties there on Ford and Barbara J, right below my property there. I will admit, you guys did a nice job of cleaning up the big bulk of it.
And got finished.
But I was gonna ask when the board was gonna be able to go down there and finish removing like the old dead couches, the other flying materials and
I
stuff
was
like that.
hoping to go in and get the wood out and then get the couch out, and then someone told me they wanted the wood, and then I got stuck with some other stuff that I had to do, and I just haven't been back. But I am wanting to get back in there and not just do in one, but do all 8 of them, get all 8 of them, because I have those sold.
It would, okay,
All 8 of them, 9 of them.
because it would really help improve the neighborhood's looks.
Well, I'm sure, yeah. And the person trying to buy them is really gonna be excited that we've done this much work to clean those up. I sold all 8 of those to one person.
Can I ask who?
Not yet. 'Cause
As long as,
it's
is it a grower?
No,
Okay, well, that's one positive
no,
step in the direction.
absolutely no.
That's where that
That's
whole
all that
mess
matters.
started.
Yeah, no, it is not. And so those are sold. And to answer one of the questions you put on Facebook, Jacob said if someone doesn't make a payment in 6 months, and it's already in the KV's name, we do not have to foreclose on them. And that in 1 and 2, and I don't know how many other ones, have not made a payment in 1.5 years. And it's already in the KV name, so we went in, we cleaned it, we're starting to clean it up, and we're starting to get it resold. And so that's why we haven't gone through the foreclosure proceedings on those in ones, is because we already own it.
Yeah, but my question is, in that case, are you renting to own or leasing to own, or is there real title to title?
On the in lots, we're selling.
No, but I mean, what was it? You said you can go 6 months. If they haven't paid, it's
Because
like a
of
mobile
this-
home lot.
Because of the situation as to the way they were sold before, there actually wasn't a contract.
So they were leasing basically, month to month lease.
Yeah, it's a mess.
And then I have
And
another,
I'll be praying to get rid of all of those, because it's scary.
I have another question. It relates to the motor vehicles that were on that lot. On those lots there on the NN lots, did the board go to a judge and get some adjudication on those titles so that way the board legally had a right to get rid of them? Or do they take them to an impound lot?
The board didn't get rid of them. I ran the VINs on them and they weren't stolen. And I said they're not stolen, so if they were stolen, the sheriff's office would be doing something to get them. And I said they're not stolen, and we need to get those off of there. And I went back in a couple weeks later, and they were gone.
Well, why I was asking.
So we didn't remove them. I didn't remove them, and we didn't hire anyone to remove them, and
Well,
we didn't
they're
take
gone.
them anywhere, and they're gone.
I know where 3 or 4 of them are right now.
And I don't care. I'm just happy
Yeah,
they're
problem
gone.
solved, they're gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
That's all.
but I don't wanna sound that rude,
I
but
think it's reaching
they're
out.
gone and I'm happy and that's where we move from there. We have a problem with the same situation on K7.
Mike, I'm having problems understanding you with your, I know you like to talk with your hands,
I'm
but
sorry. I don't know what we're gonna do about K7. And I don't even know what to say about it, because I don't know what we're gonna do about those mobile homes on K7. Because there's about $800 in back taxes owed on them. They're older than 1 year, so Saguache County needs to apply for a title to them. Saguache County legally is supposed to do that, but because it's Saguache County, they don't do that.
What's up with the other one down over here on the corner too?
Next subject.
That place is a shithole and
Next
now there's
subject.
another camper in there.
And so,
That's a myth.
I don't know what we're gonna do with K7, those mobile homes on K7. I have an idea, but I don't know what we're gonna do about that. And I'm praying that Mrs. Cooley from Cooley Construction, they do, what do they call that when they remove shit?
Remove shit.
Demo, when the Cooley Construction would come in and demo those, but they call the state first and they come in and, hazardous asbestos. They have to call the state to come in and mitigate the asbestos and we have to pay for that before Cooley will even walk in.
Yeah, but those mobile homes never had asbestos in them.
But they call the state and the state comes in
And then
And
Valley,
does
sure
it.
there's none
and,
there.
and so Cooley is kind of off the I'd list to do that because who knows how much that's gonna cost. We have $12,000 invested in that $12,000 lot right now. We have a buyer for it who wants to make payments, but I do not want that buyer to own it until it's cleaned up. Because one man in a half-ton pickup will take 6 years to clean that mess up, and I want it cleaned up
Or if he goes in there.
in the next couple months. And so we're gonna have to dump some money into it. If I could drink, it would already been lit.
On the motorhomes, Bonnie's Car Crusher out of Penrose, the regulations on junk cars left and junk vehicles is you crush them with an excavator bucket, which Cooley is more than capable of doing it, throwing it on a trailer, and they will take it and pay you for them. You don't have to clean the crap out of them, you don't have to do nothing. You just
Just
have
crush
to
'em.
make it.
But don't you have to have a title to
No.
it?
No.
Oh, see,
Yes,
Bonnie
you
Vista, you
crush
have to have a title.
But see, that's the disposition in the law.
Yeah.
If it's been crushed, you do not have to have a title, and that's how this
All you
one
need
goes.
is an excavator, put the
Well,
excavator.
Monte
in
Vista
it.
doesn't, all they do is crush them.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
but you
got
brought
It
it
has
in
to
there
come in
first.
crushed, it has to come in wrecked.
It's gotta be
But-
crushed first.
Okay, well, Monte Vista requires you to bring it in no matter what condition it is with a title.
Right.
Cause my son had a Jeep pickup from Salida years ago that was burnt. And he took it clear to Monte Vista and the guy wouldn't unload it because he forgot the title in Salida.
Yeah,
So
no,
we
if
loaded
it's
the
wrecked
rest
and
of the
not
stuff.
drivable, they'll just smash it.
Yeah,
And it was all smashed because we filled it full of junk and then we smashed the cab in, cause it was a Jeep pickup, we filled it from the seat down with weight and then smashed the cab down. And he wouldn't unload it off the truck because we didn't bring the title to it.
They gave me $500 for a motorhome that was on my property in Salida. All I did is stuck an excavator bucket through it on a
Okay.
trailer.
And then,
well, years ago when I was hauling scrap, you had to have a title because that was the time when scrap prices were extremely high. And they were having problems with people liberating other people's vehicles and running them through.
the way I feel
And
about
I
all
also
that
went through
tires
several,
again,
and so I went through several audits with the Colorado Highway Patrol, as they say, show me your titles, show me the copy of the ID of the person that you bought it from, so that way they can match the ID with the title, or a power of attorney. So you're right, Mike, but that is the only loopholes if it's wrecked.
Alright, so I still want that K7 cleaned up first before we sell it. And the last thing on K7 is the previous owner broke the hydrant on his way out. Lovely gentleman. Oh, and as George said, the 40-foot long ditch, 3 foot deep, full of household garbage with a hose in it.
Yeah.
And then behind the house where he was dumping all the sewage.
And then that runs into his,
Just pour it
to,
in the
what do they
ditch.
call that when you thin it down?
5-gallon buckets of shit on the property.
Dilute it with
Yeah.
water. I think he diluted his sewage with
Yeah,
that.
5-gallon buckets of shit on the
But I don't know
property,
that.
just dumping them behind the house.
Alright,
Properly.
what do we want for lunch?
It's a little late, Mike.
I haven't eaten since 7 o'clock this morning.
Well, let's call Domino's to see if they deliver.
I used to work for him.
Is that alright? Do those meat and cheese and relish and fruit and then lettuce and tomato, or bread and chips. And then we gotta check the plates and the cups and the napkins and the forks and the chopsticks. And then I'll buy a couple of gallons of iced tea, cause I like that. And then we'll try to steal a couple cases of water. We're about out, which that's something.
You want me to pick up another load?
Yeah, hang on.
You really gonna go down there and do that?
And then, and we need different flavors of pops. And then ice, if Mr. George doesn't get the ice machine. And so, and then you got the prizes done, and you need the fish ordered. And then you took care of that other item today that we emailed about. Okay.
Oh, and Tina, did you also?
And Jacob, what about, the dude, the moron that I don't like, did he ever call you back? Yeah, which one, narrow that down.
Yeah,
The auditor guy. The auditor guy.
Yes.
Are you able to just print that out yourself?
It didn't come out right. He said he'd be in next week.
Okay, I do not want him over here, because he charged us $2,500 last year. Yeah, so he comes over, he gives us the papers, and then I don't wanna see him. Because I don't like him.
That's the accountant now, Slider.
Yes. He knows where the bodies are buried. I don't have time to find another accountant, and so we're gonna stay with him. But I don't have to hear the world according to Salida from him at $2,500 for the day. Not doing it. We need a financial report to pass out. It's simple, basic, there's no bloody money left. I spent it all, and let's go on to something else and save the $2,500. Does anybody have a sewing machine?
Yeah, that's why.
If Tina buys the material, can we get curtains sewed for the bathrooms?
Go talk to the wife.
I want new curtains in these bathrooms, man.
Wait.
Those are, you go in there and look
Why
at
can't you just buy some
I
curtains?
said,
Okay, do that. Do that.
You get like a curtain rod and a
That's-
double.
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that. That's fine.
And then you just hem them to the link.
Those curtains are just disgusting. I just cannot believe that. Okay, do we want another pallet of water?
It's good to have some on hand just for the next.
Well, did the people like it? We passed it out to the people, the shut-ins and the over 60-ish people, and we went to their house and delivered it.
And what are you doing? Are you just giving like
We just give you a case of
like a
bottle.
whole case?
Yeah,
Okay.
one case at a time. And then anybody that's younger, just come to the office and pick it up. You know, if you're not home, because you
Well,
work
no, I
inside
don't-
and
I was
stuff,
thinking about bringing
I could
some
just go
stuff.
put one on the back steps of your house.
Some of it.
You know, but what do you guys think? You want another case of water?
No, I thought I
I'll call.
It's just funny as you come home.
Oh, I haven't.
You're on Uber's text with all these people that the rat does this.
Oh, shit. No, we're gonna take it into her. And I usually put it in the
Comes
kitchen.
off with a trail. Like,
Oh,
oh,
sorry.
That's
We
how
get
long
Heather
it's
to-
been.
Heather to get us
Like,
a holiday.
plastic wrap going down.
You want me to contact her?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll contact her.
It's best you do.
Okay, alright, that's fine. Or are we having problems? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. And then are you guys interested?
What?
To go get another pallet of water?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Where's Zebra? Zebra, y'all know who Zebra is?
No.
Zebra is a very nice lady that lives down in Fighting 3, clear on the end, Lenora, Dawn, one of those, in the very east end, on the South Woodard
Oh, Hot
Street.
Rod?
It has that reddish burnt pickup.
Yeah, hot rod.
Okay, and she got that ice machine donated to us from the 4th Street Dive in Swatch. And so George is gonna see if it works and we're gonna get that put in. And she's the one that's been working here, does a good job. She works really hard. So, we appreciate that. Of course. We are in the process of foreclosing on 2 other properties. That is public knowledge. Oh, yeah, technically it's 3. It is public knowledge. Richard Mondell Jr. down there on J1, and Michael Fairchild on the Yellow House on Ford and CC.
Yep.
And then Michael Fairchild owns another lot behind that potato warehouse where that
Yep.
camper is.
This one over here, the door's never closed.
That's
Like,
because
it's
he
just
was
open.
cooking something in there, and the house got black, and so he lives in the
Cooking
camper.
something.
Yeah, and now he pulled the camper
Yeah,
around
what are
back,
they
and he just lives in that one, and I heard there's cockroaches like crazy inside that.
And there's several dead cats in that house still.
I'm sure there's
How the hell do
probably
you get
dead
cockroach in the
everywhere.
driest freaking environment?
Probably more
You
than
can
Mexico, Arizona, they're
So
all-
anyways, we're doing, because of the toilet paper virus, these foreclosures were started and then stopped. And now the governor has released foreclosures, and so they are rolling again. We signed papers the other day. Marty, you were gone, and I put them on through. We did papers like we did once before, where every board member voted yes or no, and you weren't home. And Jacob was on me, and so I sent him through without you, I'm sorry. So we're foreclosing on the Richard Mundell on J1, and then Mike Fairchild owns the one on Ford, and then Damien M. and his wife, ex-wife, owns the one behind the potato warehouse, and so that is actually 3,
What, that, pole barn?
whatever that is, yeah. And both of these people have threatened my life.
You wanna borrow my bulletproof vest?
Mundell and,
Fairchild.
Don't worry about it, they're cowards.
Fairchild,
Better not.
Jesus.
So we are moving forward on those, and we're gonna move forward until we get I don't want the land. We got a mess.
Trash.
We got a mess. We're gonna lose our grump on K7. But when we sell it, it will be to somebody that pays their assessments on time, and we're gonna clean it up first. And that's the same exact thing. We've got illegal sewer there, and no sewer over there. And so when we get it sold, it will be to someone who pays, clean it up, and get legal sewers and get it on the right side.
You already answered my question. I was gonna say, what about the open cesspit
They're
behind the
horrible.
Fairchild residence?
The wind
Wouldn't-
changes just right.
I smell it driving by. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
Live down the block from him.
Can we have a light?
I thought you paid the light bill.
No, the electric bill was too high.
Yeah,
That's cost.
Put in solar.
Noble, the one that's going in there usually where they got all the cars, they got 4 lots, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, now, did they ever get a septic in?
I have no idea. That's a Swatch County land use thing.
Oh, I haven't heard anything, do they still have a inspector?
They're looking for a code enforcement.
I don't know. I think that white pickup guy is still there, that sewer inspector, but I'm not sure. That's a Swatch County land use thing. I can only do. I don't know.
Well, the reason I'm asking, when they first moved in, they had sewer, that flexible sewer pipe going from all the drains in the house out into the side of the road.
Well, they used to run a garden hose through the living room window when they spilled water too. You know, yeah, that's a land use thing.
I ran through the kitchen window, that was because I had no water when I first got here. All my pipes were broken.
Alright, so this spring when we had water problems here, when we had our boil orders and on and on and on and on, several people in the KV contacted the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment and complained about our central water system. And because of that, the Public Health Department did a, what did they do?
Test,
What do they
Audit,
call that?
survey.
Find us.
Yeah.
They did.
We had them over here.
Well, no, they did that, but then they did an evaluation of our certified water system guy. I couldn't think of the name, word for nothing. And due to those calls made to the health department, it cost that man his certification.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So I have 30 days to find another certified water guy. So here is the service contract that I haven't even read yet. I haven't had time. Don't even ask me what to do. With
Now it's gonna cost more.
yeah, oh God, yeah, probably double. Yeah, right double. So this company is out of Buena Vista. The company out of Alamosa didn't even answer my emails. This company is out of Buena Vista. The gentleman that we've been talking to also tests the water monthly at the Moffett Dollar General. And then someplace else. And so we will share some of the mileage, but as you can see in the bills, wherever that is, from today, we paid Southern Colorado Water for July, $280. And the new company will be $400 per month, plus $70 per hour for actual time spent.
Oh, my God.
What complaints get for
Our, dude's gonna have to be going up.
I know.
Well, I'd say they're gonna have to.
So we need to go through this, and look at this. Have you looked at this? Yes. Have you looked at this? I haven't looked at it. What'd you guys think?
We've been going for it.
We think, between Lucy and I, with all the crap that we've been doing anyway, if we're gonna take the brunt of it, then fine.
And that is another part, is this, the gentleman, Luby and Gina have met him several times. He's come down 4 or 5 times, I'm guessing, I don't know. And I was only here one of the times, so I only got to meet him once because I'm always off messing around. And very nice man. He also was helping me with the West Well and had some really awesome suggestions on that. And how are you, Rico?
Anybody from Nebraska, you got a window open and.
That would be Derek. And I think we're gonna find that several of the things that Loopy's been doing for how many years, 25 years, they're supposed to be doing it.
That's why Fred lost his job, not for anything else.
And so I think that's gonna help in that aspect as well, is because that's one of the things he said, well, then I'll do this and this and this, and we're going, well, I haven't been doing some of that. And so, I think that'll help as well. But it's gonna cost us. The way it goes. Did you have anything?
So we're good on that.
Groundwater.
Groundwater, I think, that's done. That was done between all our, that violation.
We don't have to do that this.
That underground
Yeah.
seepage, that subwater thing that I was mentioning about?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have to do that?
Nope.
I have a question
That was like
on our water
$4,000.
system. How many violations have we been nailed with as homeowners
How
association?
many times did you call?
I'm not the only one that called.
Alright.
You should have that number, not us.
Violation because of something wasn't done.
The only violation that we've had since I came in as president is January 15th when they came in and checked the west well. When the west well was shut off, it was just shut off. I mean, they went through the legal steps to shut it off so that when we get ready to turn it back on, all we gotta do is fill out the paperwork and turn it back on. But the well and the tanks were still connected to the central water system. And so we got a minor violation for that. And all we had to do was go lock the breaker down on a pump that doesn't work and saw the lines off and put a cap on them and take a picture of them and email them to Peggy, Nancy, whatever her name is. And that was it. And that violation was done.
I think.
That's the only violation that we've had since I've been here this year.
Before you.
I mean
showed up,
altogether.
I have no idea. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the records, that's another problem that we're having, that's why we're taking so long to do this, is we don't have good records.
Okay.
And so Tina's been going to the state and getting our records back from the state.
Well, I got a question. Okay. No, that ain't a question. I'll have to think about it. I gotta reword it. No, wait, it's politically sound, not belligerent bullshit, so go on.
You have anything? You have anything for the annual meeting?
Just one thing I noticed, I don't know, on the septic for the RV, I was afraid that'd be my septic in that because it's full of water in the pipe.
It needs pumped again, right?
Call Brown Septic and Del Norte and have them come and pump that. When Kenny comes back, we need to look into that RV, and I bet we have to put a leach on that. I bet that's a
When I
screw.
set open the cap and it's full of water, it's probably about that far down from the top on the deal, so I said, well, I'm going to the board meeting, so.
I'll bet you that's a holding tank.
Well, it looks like it had a leach field there.
Used to have a leach field.
There's too many trees where the leach field would be. We walked around it,
Yeah.
and we couldn't find where the leach
The ghost, there was a ghost.
Freak him out, thanks. Guess who's sleeping at your house?
Come on over, I don't sleep anyway. You can bring your red sweats, you can walk up and down the house with me.
Lock that house. You're okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick it
Yeah, that
over.
was it.
Jack, do you have anything to?
I have one question, and it's more towards you. Me? Yeah. On these locates, why is not the electric company calling them in since they're the one doing the active?
They do call them in, I have to go out and then mark from our water lines.
But then what do they, I mean, $7 isn't shit, but.
It's the stupid, because it's a centralized system, and it's a fee every time they've gotta go use their computers and send us out and do our things.
We learned the hard way on those first two drills. And so I bought them blue flags and I bought them a case of blue spray paint. Blue means water. And so she graffitis the ground all the way around it. And they put in 3 or 4 poles since then, and we haven't had any problems.
That one was weird. I mean, I was watering the yard and all of a sudden the water just stopped. And I looked up and I went, are you shitting me right now?
Then the next day, somebody put on Facebook, they're back, and I'm like, I'm at work.
Yeah, faithfuls.
I can't deal with this, I can't deal with this.
No, that's Jack.
They were over here the other day too. So they haven't hit it the last few times. Tina's doing the locates. Since she had nothing else to do, she now does all the line locates too. And, yeah, it's one of her many, many duties.
In Q14, I did do that last week.
Good.
I can a lot of different things, and they've got to move their stakes because they're in the lines.
Where Tina, did you get all those mailings out?
No. Tomorrow,
All the mailings are going out to all the paid people. Tina has got this, let me tell you what. It's gonna be sharp. Tina,
if they wanna stop in the office or whatever to pick them up, please let me know. Save us a couple, 50 cents.
Now, so what did you do? So you didn't mail to Moffett address people?
Right,
And did you send out my letter, or did you throw that away?
I'll show you one. Hang on. Couple rupees. Here's your
So,
letter, here's your ballots. Want to show?
I don't care about that. Oh, those for the people
This
that
is
wanted mailed out.
Did it for everybody, so everybody has the same exact thing.
Okay, because
Your letter?
what I wanted was the people that are gonna come to the annual meeting, because look at all this that we're mailing, there's gonna be a lot of weight, and there's gonna be a lot of money there. And so, the proxy, and then a proxy envelope, and then a ballot is a different color with a different color envelope,
And the letter explains it.
and then the letter explains that, how to do it. But the people that are paid, that don't live near here, we're mailing it to them. They're paid. And then that's another thing that we eliminated, these ballots and proxies that are coming back from people that don't pay. If you don't pay, you don't get it even mailed to you. And then the people that are living here, if you aren't coming to the meeting, I was telling her like the Abbotts and Senator Pearson that's deaf, and Mrs. Wildhagen, we just need to mail theirs to them. Because, you know, if anybody else that you know that lives around here that isn't coming to the annual meeting, have them contact the office, and we'll mail those. But why mail 60 extra ones that we don't need to?
I got a question now. Since Leonard has got the power of attorney for Terry, and Terry's on the road all the time, his mail goes to Texas. And he's paid up. And he gave Leonard permission to vote or do whatever he has to do. Can I just take it over and give it to him?
What's the new proxy you gave me too with your thing, right?
Yeah, I drove down to Mettings and Pueblo as he's going through.
Much papers.
Yeah, sometimes we get buried in paperwork.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Well, I'm
That
trying to
would
save
I
some
can
money,
pick
because
them
I
up.
bet we're gonna have $2,500 in paper and envelopes for this annual meeting. And then we might not even have an annual meeting.
Because we don't know what the governor's gonna do. He's so wishy-washy, it's unreal.
Talk about a burning arrow to that dump over there. Okay, does there anybody have anything else? Did we approve the paying the bills?
Yes.
So let's sign the bills.
I noticed that was in there.
Oh, that was mine, sorry.
Oh.
Oh, God. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Loopy's tired, I'm tired, I'm going home, I'm exhausted. It's only been an hour? That's awesome, it seems like 9 hours. I haven't eaten all day, and I'm tired.